Good morning. Gonna wait just a couple of minutes, so sit tight. A couple of minutes, so sit tight. Okay. How's everybody doing this morning? Feels like forever since we've talked. Last week was a crazy week. I just realized I forgot to put my earrings on this morning. Last week was a crazy week, and we just had very short and serious chat, but hopefully we'll get back to our normal routine. Good morning, girls. How are you? Oh, thank you, Barbara. Had to put the face on this morning. I'm going to wait about 1 minute and give everybody a chance to join us. Got lots to talk about today. It's good to see you too, Betty. How are you doing? We had a busy week on the board. And, you know, somebody asked me the other day, somebody who watches on YouTube, what in the world I was talking about when I say board. I know it's not a board, it's a group. But to me, it's like a message board, and I've got that stuck in my head. Once I get something stuck in my head, there is no changing it. So if you're watching from YouTube and you're not a member of our Facebook group, we have a very large and very active Weight Watchers Facebook group, and you are more than welcome, and we would love to have you join us. If you just go to Facebook and search Weight Watchers Over 50, you'll find us, and we would love to have you join us there. So when I talk about the board, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get started. We've got a lot to cover, and I don't want to keep you too long. I've got errands to run today and work to do, and I know you've got things to do, better things than to just sit and listen to me yammer on this morning. Let me talk about... let me get something out of the way just right off the bat so I can mark that off the list, and hopefully we don't have to address it anymore. We've had a couple of posts over the weekend, and in case you aren't aware, Oprah Winfrey has a line of food products that have come out on the market. No, I have not tried them. I may if I see them in the store. But she is also a shareholder in Weight Watchers. That's neither here nor there. She is a fellow Weight Watchers member, but even more importantly than that, she's just another person, just like us. She has different problems than us, maybe. She has more money, I'm guessing, than all of us. And that's okay. But we have a zero tolerance policy in our group for disrespecting anyone, including Oprah. Somebody posted last night that she, in her exit speech, that she didn't realize that we were an Oprah Winfrey fan club. And my response to that is we are a people fan club, and that includes all people. So the moderators and I have talked about it and our policy, and I posted on the board this morning, but I just want to give you a fair warning every possible place I can so nobody will say they didn't know. Being disrespectful in the group to any person will get you blocked, deleted, and blocked from the group. There's no reason for it, and we're just not going to do it. If you disagree with what somebody says and you can do it respectfully, and you feel like it adds to the conversation, that's one thing. But just posting something mean and hateful just because you happen to not like that person is just not going to be allowed, and we're not going to do it. So anyway, done. Not going to address that anymore. It's just, if you find yourself, no longer a member of the group, and then you think, I wonder why. Oh yeah, I said something ugly about somebody. Well, that's probably why. Okay, I loved seeing the touch tag post yesterday. That was so cool to see you sharing your your whys and what was making you smile yesterday. I loved it so much. I think we ought to do I think we ought to do that every Sunday. That'd be a fun thing to do. Just, every Sunday, post something that made you smile that day. We see so much negative in the world. Sometimes it's just nice to have a reminder to smile. We forget to do that too often. So I love that, and I think we should just do it every Sunday. What do y'all think? I want to tell you about a couple of products before I get into the heart of what we're talking about today. I'm going to show you two cereals that I love fall, and I love anything pumpkin. And I don't eat cereal very often, but every now and then you just want a bowl of cereal. And so my husband and I have discovered these, so I thought I'd share them with you. The first one, if I get it up here so you can see it, is the Pumpkin Spice Cheerios, and they are 4 smart points for 3/4 of a cup, which is a pretty good, amount of Cheerios. The other one is by Special K, and it's cinnamon pecan, and it also is 4 smart points for 3/4 the cup. So if you like pumpkin, pecan, cinnamony fall stuff, and you've got a hankering for some cereal, those are really good. I recommend them. Recently, I shared with you a promotion that we were given a heads up on by the Western Bagel Company, and a couple of people asked me, what I thought about them. And to be honest with you, I hadn't tried them in a long time. I had one quite some time ago, and I don't even know if I was doing Weight Watchers at the time. But so I have now tried the Western Bagel, which is the brand, Alternative 2.0 bagels, and the Alternative 2.0 mini bagelettes. I had these are the 2.0, the larger. They're, almost a normal size bagel. And this was the blueberry, and they're 3 points for the entire bagel. And I loved it. They have 10 grams of fiber in them. And I'm always looking for really good ways to get in some fiber. So those were good. And then I also had the wheat bagelettes. Let me see if I can, I'll show you take the little thing off. Alternative 2.0 wheat bagelettes. And they're 1 smart point each. And I loved them too. They have 5 grams of fiber in each little bagelette. So I highly recommend those. And the special that the company offered us, and it's still going, is you build your own box. If you order 4 packages, 6 packages, or 12 packages, they include the shipping free. So that offer still stands. If you're wanting a bagel, then I encourage you to do that. No, I'm not making any money off of it. We don't sell things on the board. So that's the deal on that. So we appreciate the Western Bagel Company for offering that special to us. Could I say where I got them? westernbagel.com. And I know folks have told me that they have found some in stores. I haven't found any of the alternative 2.0 bagels in our stores here. I did see their regular bagel at Walmart in the refrigerated section, I believe, maybe in the dairy case. But I haven't found the Alternative 2.0, but I think a couple of people have mentioned to me that they did find them in the store. So you might look, but at least now the shipping is free, so you don't have to pay that if you wanted to order some. I have some cinnamon of the larger ones in the freezer, and I'm going to get those out this week and try those. So anyway, good product. I liked it. Yesterday I went to a event, and I met a lady who her name was Mary, and Mary has been with Weight Watchers for 45 years. She met Jean Nidetch, who is the founder of Weight Watchers, and had her picture made with her numerous times. So she was just full of wisdom, and she was such a neat lady to just sit and listen to her talk. But one thing she said that really stuck with me, and I wanted to share it with you before I get into my talk for the morning. She said in the 45 years that she's been doing Weight Watchers, she has seen lots and lots of change in the program, in the way people embrace Weight Watchers, in the food that's included and the food that's now no longer included. But her words of advice, she said, has not changed for 45 years. And those words were, you're not always going to like all of it, but you didn't like the way things were before you joined Weight Watchers. So instead of focusing on the things that you may not like, just embrace it and embrace the lifestyle and go with it, and dwell on what you do like about it and focus on that. You don't have to like all of it, but just dwell on what you do like and move forward. Make some changes in your life and try something new. You might be surprised. You might like it. So it was neat. I love to gain wisdom from people who have, just embraced a lifestyle and gone with it. So you might listen to those words of Mary. Another word I saw on the board this morning, I can't remember who posted it, and I apologize, but was a little quote that said, every morning get up and say, I can do this. And I challenge you to take that one step further. Get up every morning and say, I will do this. We all know we can. We've proven that. We can do it at least one day. If you can't commit to doing it one day, commit to doing it one meal. But tell yourself, not I can do this, but I will do this. A whole lot of what we have to do in our life is we just have to set our mind to it. We have to be disciplined. We have to be committed. We have to take authority, if you will, over those thoughts that go through our mind. And so I challenge you this week, take authority over those negative thoughts and tell yourself, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to. You don't have anything to lose except some weight, and that's what we're all about. Okay, this week I want to talk, and somebody said they liked my blouse. Thank you. I would tell you the brand, except I cut tags out of clothes as soon as I get them home. I can't stand tags. They drive me crazy. So I can't even tell you where I got it. Probably Steinmart. I tend to buy a lot of stuff from there. So, but anyway, I'm trying to embrace the fall, and I know these aren't fall colors, but it's a long sleeve. It's got bell sleeves. I don't know if you can. Anyway, all right. My subject this week that I want to talk about is, and I've seen this so much, and I've done it too. We've all been guilty of it. How much 0-point food can I get away with eating? Well, all I can tell you is bananas are 0 points. But if you eat 11 bananas in a sitting, common sense tells us you're not going to lose weight that day. It's not a game to see how far can I push the limits and still lose. That's not really teaching us a new healthy way of eating. Rather than thinking about it like that, I believe the concept that Weight Watchers is trying to teach us by allowing the 0-point food, which is different than free food, is to teach us that I can either have this 0 piece of fruit or I can have this 11-point candy bar. So our lifestyle change is to teach us to migrate away from the pointed food, the very high pointed food, and be content with a 0 piece of fruit. Likewise with vegetables. If my choices are a pointed potato or a 0 point broccoli or green beans or whatever vegetable, I'm trying to teach my brain to choose more of the 0 point food. Joy says 0 point does not equal 0 calories. Exactly my point. So it's not a game to see how much 0 point food we can possibly shove into our mouth. That's just going to defeat the whole purpose. Deb O'Leary says she has fruit with each meal. I pretty much do. I don't necessarily eat fruit at breakfast, but I do eat fruit at least twice a day. But I have a piece of fruit. Now, if you're going to overindulge on anything, I guess it's better to overindulge on fruit or vegetables than it is, something very heavy. But just try to get yourself out of that mindset of, how much can I possibly eat? Somebody posted the other day that they had gotten to the end of their day and they still had 20 points left. And I was reading the comments and someone asked her, how did you do that? How did you not eat today? And she said, oh yeah, I just ate lots and lots of 0 point food. I think I have found for me when I eat very, very low point food, I tend to get more hungry sooner. If I use the 0 point food to complement my meal, for instance, if I build my meal around my lean protein, that's the core, that's the center of my meal. And then I add some sides, some 0 point or low point food like fruit or and a couple of vegetables, something like that. The protein, the fiber, the healthy fats, those are the foods that are going to keep you satisfied much longer. And you won't feel the need to graze and to start nibbling on things between meals. Lee says she's learning to feel the difference between eating to be full and being satisfied. That's the principle that Weight Watchers is trying to teach us, to eat until you're satisfied, not until you're stuffed. Most of us developed that habit pre-Weight Watchers of eating until we were stuffed. And we've taught ourselves to do that. So we need to unteach that habit, unlearn. Just eat until you're satisfied and then stop, walk away. Like I said, the 0 point food is to complement your meal. It shouldn't be the basis of your meal. Otherwise, I think you're going to find yourself getting hungry much faster. And when we get hungry is when we get into trouble. That's when we start, grabbing those chips or, if you're in the line, the checkout line at the grocery store and your breakfast was all 0 point food and you're having to wait in line and all of that stuff, sitting right there staring at you, the candy bars and the bags of chips and the nuts and all those things that they want you to grab while you're waiting in line. Those are much, much more tempting to you when you're hungry. So try this week to plan all of your meals around a lean protein and then complement with your 0 point food. But don't make it a game and see how much 0 point food you can get in before the day's over, because seriously, you're setting yourselves up for a lot of headache and frustration. And I think you'll find, can't promise anything, but I think you'll find that the weight comes off more consistently when you build your meals like that. Rhonda says, my husband's grandfather would say, eat to live, don't live to eat. Boy, lots of wisdom in that comment. We get so focused on food that we tend to think about it way too much. But if we could just retrain our brains to think about the food that's going to sustain us longer, then I think you'll find that you're not thinking about food nearly as much. Let's see, what else did the Thanksgiving Day USA Thanksgiving. I think our Canadian friends just had Thanksgiving maybe yesterday. I'm curious, do y'all eat the same things for Thanksgiving that we do? And I know that differs between the North and the South. I have a sister-in-law who's from the North, and I have a daughter-in-law whose family is from the Chicago area, and they eat stuffing, and here in the South we eat dressing, and they're not the same thing. So I'm always curious if it's today. Well, happy Thanksgiving. But there are some things that just they cross the lines from Canada to USA to North and South. I think we all have pumpkin something at the table. And so anyway, how I got on that rabbit trail, the Thanksgiving countdown challenge is going on. We're down to, I think, 45 days as of today. 45 days to reach our Thanksgiving Day goal, and I hope you're still hanging in there with me. I hope you've got your goal set and you're working hard towards it. I'm still seeing a lot of sweaty selfies, and I love those. I have to tell you, lately, it feels like I have seen more and more victories posted, people meeting their goals, people achieving lifetime for the first time, several people getting back to lifetime, and those are the things that I love to see us talking about. That's why we're here. We're not here to argue with each other or to prove a point. We're here to reach those goals and encourage each other, and so I love seeing those. I hope they motivate you as much as they motivate me. Let's see, what else was I going to tell you? There's still a couple of exercise challenges. I know there's an ab challenge, and there's another one with, what was it? I can't remember now. Some push-ups and squats and things like that. So if you're not exercising and you need the motivation to exercise, find one of those and jump in. It's never too late. And if you can't do that, then, like I always say, do what you can until you can do more. If all you can do is walk to your mailbox and back, then walk to your mailbox and back a couple of times a day. And eventually, add a little bit longer. And we all have to build our stamina and get to where we can do more and more. Nancy asked, does blended fruit change the points? Yes, it does. If you are drinking the fruit as opposed to making your stomach work for the fruit, then it becomes, the fruit then has a point value. And the way you'll find it is you'll have to go into your app and into the recipe builder and add the ingredient, and the recipe will ask you if this is a beverage. You tell it, yes, it is a beverage, and then it will tell you how many points that fruit has. Now, some people say they don't count the points in fruit because they didn't gain weight eating fruit. That's your choice. But the Weight Watchers position on it is, if it is a drink, then it now has points as opposed to being 0 if you have to eat it. Excuse me, I have allergies this morning. So I have the puppy dog nose. Catherine's asking, have we given any more thought to the t-shirts? Yes, we have, and we have a graphics designer who is putting together a proposal for us, and as soon as she finishes those, she's volunteering her time, so I'm not trying to rush her, but as soon as she has those finished, we will post them on the board, and Ellen, our moderator extraordinaire, will tell you where you can go to order your shirts. And I think we're going to have 2 options to choose from, and you can order one or both. Totally up to you, but that will be fun as soon as we have. And I will thank her for everybody. And she's the granddaughter of one of our members, so we'll have to all send her a great big thank you. Blending breaks down the fiber, which would normally slow down absorption of the fruit sugars. Yeah, that's the scientific reasoning behind it. It just changes everything about the fruit. If you eat a piece of fruit and you have to chew it to digest it, it takes more work. It takes you longer to do it. And so they just encourage you to eat more fruit. That's why it's 0 as opposed to, drinking it. But again, that's your choice, so don't argue with somebody who chooses otherwise. Everybody has to make up their own mind on whether or not they want to count the points in fruit. There's no right or wrong. It's just your choice. Let's see. We need to go through a couple of more questions before we go for the day. Let me look. Hang on. Trying to scroll. Not very good at. I have my phone and then I have my laptop, and I'm trying to watch both of them and see what comes up. Did I learn anything helpful in my class yesterday? I always learn something helpful. I just love to sit and listen to people who have been doing it, for quite a while, and even new people. I learn something from new people all the time. But, probably the most helpful thing I learned was from listening to the wisdom of somebody who's been doing it for 45 years. And she, her wisdom was just, don't obsess about the changes, just embrace them. And if it's something that you're just flat not willing to do, okay, then table that and do the rest. But don't throw the whole program out just because you don't particularly agree with or like one particular part of it. And I thought there was so much wisdom in that. I remember years and years ago, and some of you will remember this, when Weight Watchers required liver. I'm not doing liver. I don't care how you cook it. I'm not doing it. And I remember at the time thinking, well, I just can't do Weight Watchers then because I'm not eating liver. And fortunately, liver is not required anymore. There's not really anything that is required. So just don't manipulate the program to fit you because your way of doing it didn't work. That's why you're here. That's why we're all here. But what I'm getting at is if there's a particular, if you say, I just can't eat fruit or I'm going to gain weight, okay, well then don't worry about the fruit part of it. Do the rest of it. Or if you're one of those people that says, I'm not counting points on fruit, I didn't get fat eating fruit, okay, that's fine. Then you don't count the points on fruit. Some of us will, some of us won't. It's okay. And if that works for you and you're losing weight, then great. If you're not, you might want to look at that. That might be the problem. Is there a code for the bagel website? Not that I'm aware of. My understanding is if you do the Build-A-Box, I think it was, and you order 4, 6, or 12 packages, then you get the shipping free. If you have trouble with that, let me know, and I'll reach out to the person who sent the offer to me, and we'll go from there. Absolutely, we are still praying for the people of Las Vegas, praying for our country. And that's all I'll say about that. Are they changing the program next year? I don't know. But, I'm going to embrace everything. Weight Watchers has worked for me for 57 pounds. And so I'm going to trust the program to continue working for me. And I encourage you to do the same thing. I just motivated Jody to go grab her free weights. It's never too late to start. Absolutely. Do something for yourself today. Make your body happy. And encourage somebody else to do something good for them. Let's be an encouragement to one another this week. Let's not get caught up in the negative or the disagreeing or the bickering. Let's focus on some good old-fashioned atta-girls. Those are going to get us much, much farther along than being negative towards one another. Linda says, does Weight Watchers have some place to find exercise to follow? Actually, there is, and there's a separate Weight Watchers app. It's a free app to members, I know. you know what, in the comments, because I can't use my phone to find it unless somebody can tell me what it is. It's like Fit Minute or something like that. If somebody knows, help me out in the comments. It will walk you through a real quick Fit Break app. Search for that and download it, and it will give you some really quick, just little, get up out of your chair and do something for a minute. It's an awesome tool that Weight Watchers has given us. And, then also on your app, you can search activities and see how many points you're earning by doing different activities. So those are two that I know of, but Fit Break is great. If you're not taking advantage of it, I encourage you to. Do I post on Connect or more on Facebook? I probably have posted on Connect half a dozen times. I have not mastered Connect. It moves way too fast for me to keep up with. And to be honest with you, this board or this Facebook group is about all I can keep up with anymore, other than my family and, my friends outside of Weight Watchers. And so I'll occasionally click on Connect and look at what's trending, but I don't do much on there. I probably should, but I don't have time. So, but I know several of you do. If you post on Connect and you'd like to connect with each other, maybe somebody start a thread telling what your Connect name is, and those of you who want to connect can use that spot to do that. It's definitely another tool that Weight Watchers offers, and the folks who love Connect love it very much. So it must be an awesome place to reach out and meet other like-minded people. I haven't found the time to do it. So I'm going to get busy this morning. I've got a lot to do. I've got some errands to run. Got to go to the grocery store and finish cleaning my house. I had grandkids over yesterday to celebrate my husband's birthday, so I've got things to put back together. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. I hope somebody makes you smile today, but more importantly, I hope you make somebody smile. I'll be on vacation next Monday, so I don't know if I'll have a video or not. I'll do my best. I'm going to be on the road traveling, so if I can sneak in something really quick, I'll do that. But if not, I will see you in 2 weeks. But make somebody smile today. It makes their day better, and I guarantee you it will make yours better. And I will see you on the board. Love you. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.